Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am again in front of you with the lecture of class 11th. So today I will start a new chapter, that is principle of mathematical induction. Okay, what is this principle of mathematical induction? First of all, I will explain the difference between the induction and deduction. Deduction means from journal to a particular value, okay, and the induction means from particular to a journal value, okay. This is the basic difference between induction and deduction, okay. So let's start with the induction and deduction. First of all, what is deduction and what is induction? The basic difference between induction and deduction. In mathematically concept in maths, we talk about only the maths. In maths, deduction means from journal to particular. Okay, journal to a particular result. You have to start from journal and reach at the particular result. But in induction, your result start from a particular solution to the general solution, to journal value. By using this from particular to journal, the induction means from particular to journal. The sums, the statement that used well-defined principles and specific techniques, that is called the principle of mathematical induction. There are some statements which we have to prove by using some principles and some specific techniques, that is called the principle of mathematical induction. Okay, so there is one algorithm to find out the induction method, that is known as the induction method. There is one algorithm having 3 steps. Okay, first step is you have to prove the result for n equals to 1. Okay, and the second result is you have to assume the result is true for n equals to k, and the third and maximum mark scoring, that is third step, you have to prove the result for n equals to k plus 1. So let's start with the algorithm and I will do the solution of your 4.1 exercise. Okay, so let's start with the steps. Let's start with the method. What is the algorithm for finding the principle? Okay, so let's start with the algorithm. First algorithm, first step. First of all, you have to prove the result for n equals to 1. Okay, there is one left hand side and right hand side, both will equal when you substitute n equals to 1 in place of n in a given statement. Okay, in the second step, assume that the result is true for n equals to k. This is the second step. Okay, now third step, that is to prove the result. By using the second one, we have to prove the result for n equals to k plus 1. After that, we can say that the statement is true for. This implies the statement become true. Statement become true for all n. Okay, after these 3 steps, in a exam, the first step having only 1 mark. Okay, its second step contain only 1 mark, but the third step contain 2 marks. This is the step which is used for proving something. Okay, so the first step is you have to take n equals to 1 and prove left hand side will equals to right hand side. Second is you have to assume the result for n equals to k. By using this second step, you have to use the third, you have to prove the third, that is n equals to k plus 1. Okay, the marks is 1, then this is 2 for this step, then the statement become true for all n. So let's start with the exercise. By using these 3 steps, how we can easily solve the questions. So see the exercise 4.1. There is only one exercise in this mathematical induction, that is exercise 4.1 only. There is not any second exercise. So exercise 4.1 NCERT. First of all, the question is, first question, prove the following by, each and every question is based on this, prove the following by the principle of mathematical induction. Each and every question is based on this statement. The first statement is, question is given as 1 plus 3 plus 3 square plus so on, last 3n minus 1 equals to 3n minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power n minus 1 upon 2. So you have to use that 3 step to prove this statement. Okay, so how you can prove? See, when you start the solution, put n equals to 1 first of all. When you substitute n equals to 1 here, the term which comes, that is the first term. Okay, so take left hand side. The left hand side 3, 1 minus 1, that is, you have to take the general value. General value 1 minus 1, 0, that will equals to 1, which is your first term. Okay, right hand side. This is the first step. Right hand side is 3 raised to power 1 minus 1 upon 2. That means 2 upon 2, after cancellation you get 1. This implies left hand side equals to right hand side, and result is true for n equals to 1. So this is your first step. In first step you have to take only n equals to 1. Take the general term, put the value of n. Left hand side become 1 minus 1. In place of n you have to take 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 3 raised to power 0. Any term having power 0 equals to 1. Now take the right hand side, take the general value, put the value of n, that is 1. 3 minus 1, that is 2. After cancellation we have 1. The left hand side equals to right hand side, the result is true for n equals to 1. Now come to the second step. Second step is, you have to just assume. Nothing will be done in this step. Nothing is difficult. Not a single term is difficult in this step. You have to only assume. Second step, assume the result is true for n equals to k. When you assume the result for n equals to k, replace n by k like this. 1 plus 3 square, so on, plus 3 k minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power k minus 1 upon 2. Okay, you have to take only k in place of n. The second step is complete now. Okay, come to the third, in which you have to prove the result for n equals to k plus 1. For finding the value for k plus 1, what is going on? What is you have to do? That is, take the same terms, 1 plus 3 square plus so on, 3 raised to power k minus 1. For finding the value of k plus 1, I will take it on the rough hand side, rough work. In a rough work, I will check 3 in place of n, there is k plus 1 and minus 1. For k plus 1, my first term should be 3 raised to power k. The last term should be 3 raised to power k. For proving the result for k plus 1, the last term on the left hand side should be 3 raised to power k. And how we can obtain this? We only just put the value of n k plus 1 in a rough work, and after cancellation we will have the last term for k plus 1. Okay, take this value. When you take this value, the whole term having the result is equals to 3 k minus 1 upon 2, whose full total value that is taken from the second step I will put plus 3 raised to power k. Now I will solve it for k plus 1. But how we can confirm it is okay for 3 n equals to k plus 1? So we can check it by using the rough work again. In place of n we should have k. This should be the answer after taking the solution. There is k plus 1, so we have to take k plus 1 in place of n. So there should be this answer after solving this. To solve it, that is, take the LCM, 3 raised to power k plus 2 minus 1. There is minus 1 along with this. Minus 1, when you take the LCM, plus 2 into 3 raised to power k divided by 2. And after that, there is 3 raised to power k common, 1 plus 2, and we have 3 raised to power common, minus 1 upon 2. 2 1 plus 1, that is 3 into 3 raised to power k minus 1 upon 2. The base is same, we can add the powers like this. So this, yes, this is true for, this implies result is true for n equals to k plus 1, true for all n. So this is the way. I will explain the third step again. I will explain this. For taking the left hand side for k plus 1, you have to add by substituting k plus 1 here. By substituting k plus 1 here, plus 1 and negative 1 will cancel, and the last term is 3 raised to power k. We have to work on the right hand side only to make it true for n equals to k plus 1. So I will take the whole term have the value this. I will take the value this, and after simplification, what should be the answer that obtained by putting the k plus 1 on the right hand side? Okay, k plus 1 minus 1 upon 2. I just take the, this is the answer by taking the form directly. I will solve taking LCM, 2 into 3, both have the same 3 raised to power k. It has 1 plus 2, 3 raised to power k minus 1 upon 2, 2 and 1, 3. Same base, we can add the power. That both results are same, therefore it is true for all n. Okay, now come to the second question. What is the, how we can prove the second question, how we can solve the second question? I will explain again how you can solve this. The third step will become difficult for you if you can't understand how to take for k plus 1 at the last. Okay, so understand it properly what is going on in the third step. Okay, now my second question is, your second question of NCERT is 1 cube plus 2 cube, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus so on n cube is equals to n plus 1 upon 2 whole square. So we have to prove this by using the mathematical induction. Actually this is the result of secant and series. Okay, for the n value summation of n cube is given as that you have to use the method of principal induction. First step is take n equals to 1. So put step 1, when you solve it, step 1, that is put n equals to 1. When you take general equation, left hand side equals to n cube, that is 1 cube. You have that value which is given in the first step, so that is 1. This is the first term which you get after putting the value of n equals to 1. Now put the value here, that is 1 plus 1 upon 2 whole square. That is equals to 2 upon 2 whole square. After cancellation 1 square, that is 1. Left hand side equals to right hand side, right? And the result, this implies the result is true for, n equals to 1. Always the result is true for n equals to 1. Always. If there is no match of left and right hand side, this means you are wrong. There is some error in the simplification of this one. Okay, so check it again and see left hand side should be equals to the right hand side. Okay, now come to the second step. Second step, just you have to assume. Nothing will be done by you in the second step. Okay, only in the second step is you have to assume and replace n by k. Okay, so how you can replace? Second step is 1 cube. Assume the result is true for n equals to k. So what you have to do? Only k in place of n. 2 cube, 3 cube plus so on k cube is equals to k plus 1 upon 2 whole square. Now the third and important step, you have to prove for k plus 1. Third step, to prove the result for n equals to k plus 1. Okay. Write the full term. First of all, write this full term. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus so on k cube. But for k plus 1, the last term should be k plus 1 whole cube. Right? This should be the last term for k plus 1. Now we have to prove the right hand side for k plus 1. How? This full term having value this. I will take this value from the second step. Divide by 2 whole square plus k plus 1 whole cube. Now what? After simplification, what should be the answer? We have to write it on the rough side. That is, there should be k in place of n. K plus 1. K plus 1 plus 1. That is k plus 2 upon 2 whole square. This should be the answer of right hand side. If we obtain this answer, we can say that it is true for n equals to k plus 1. Okay, so I will simplify it and recheck this result. That is k square, k plus 1 whole square divided by 4 plus k plus 1 whole cube. I will take the LCM. When you take the LCM, it will equals to k square, k plus 1 whole square plus 4 k plus 1 whole cube divided by 4. Now I will take k plus 1 whole square common. K plus 1 whole square, when you take k plus 1 whole square common, it will equals to k plus, here 4k plus 1. Here we have k square and k plus 1 outside. This is 4 and 1 time k plus 1 inside the bracket divided by 4. Okay, now I will multiply 4 inside the bracket. We have k plus 1 whole square, then k square plus 4k plus 4 divided by 4. What should be the next step? I will rub from this side. What is the next step? I will solve the step for getting the result which I have find out in the rough side by putting directly in place of n. Okay, so what should be the next step? We have to split the middle term. K plus 1, next step is k plus 1 whole square. This is k square plus 2k plus 2k plus 4. Okay, divided by 4. Either you can take the formula a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is up to you. Which is simple for you. You can take that values. Now, this is k plus 2. In these two terms, we have 2 common, k plus 2. You all know how to split the middle term. So, I will take the splitting the middle term. This is 2, not 4. This is 2. That will equals to k plus 1 whole square. And k plus 1 and k plus 1. We have two factor k plus 2, k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 2. We have two factors divided by 4. So I will take it as k plus 1 whole square, k plus 2 whole square divided by 4. So this is the term. We can write it as k plus 1, k plus 2 upon 2 whole square. Yes, we are at that point in which we can write it as it is true for n equals to k plus 1. Yes, this implies the result is true for n equals to k plus 1. This implies by mathematical induction result is true for all n. So this is the way to solve the question. Okay, come to the third. I will take the third part. How we can solve the third part? That is also very simple. Okay, so I will start the results. I will do the question from your NCERT. The third question is, you have to solve it by mathematical induction. That is 1. Third question, that is 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on n up to n. You have to prove 2n, that should be equals to 2n upon n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1. So this is the question. You have to solve this question. But which method? Because there is also a dotted form. We need the expression this in AP. You all know in AP we have the sum of n terms. This is the natural numbers, common difference is same. How we can find the sum of n terms? The sum of n term is n by 2 a plus l, that is n plus 1. So I will use this as n in this place. Okay, I will use this which we have get from AP, that you all have done in class 10th. So by using the sum of n terms, this is the value that is equals to this. I will put the value here. Okay. So I will substitute the value n by 2 n plus 1 in this place to simplify. So I will start the solution. 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus, I will write the values, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3, and in this place I will take n by 2. So I will take 2 in the numerator, that will equals to 2n n plus 1. Our first step is, you have to put n equals to 1. Take left hand side. When you put n equals to 1, 2 upon 1 into 1 plus 1. That is 2 upon 2. After cancellation you get 1. That is your first term. Okay, right hand side. When you take right hand side, I will take this one. 2 into 1. 1 plus 1, that is 2 upon 2 after cancellation 1. That means left hand side equals to right hand side. And the result is true for n equals to 1. Now this is the time for second step, that is the easiest one. You have to replace n by k. So I will take the second step, that is also very easy. The third step is little bit changed than the first two steps. We have to work on the third step for proving that step for n equals to k plus 1. Second step, you have to take 1 upon 1 plus 2, 1 upon 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on 2 upon k plus 1. Then that will equals to 2k, k plus 1. Now third step, you have to prove it for k plus 1. So for having the term 1 plus 2, for the left hand side we need, for the last step, that is dotted, that is in the plus sign, k plus 1, plus we need the last step should have k plus 1 and k plus 2. Right? This is the left hand side for k plus 1. In this place, in this full term is equals to 2k upon k plus 1. Okay, I will write 2 upon k plus 1 and k plus 2. After simplification, what should be the answer? I will repeat again. I will do it on the rough work. In n, in place of n I will write k plus 1 here, k plus 1 plus 1, that is k, 1 plus 1, that is 2. So I will write 2. This should be the answer of this after simplification. Then after that I will write that it is true for n equals to k plus 1. Okay, so I will simplify it by taking LCM. When you take LCM, k plus 1 and k plus 2 are the two terms. Okay, I want to multiply to make the same LCM. I will multiply k plus 2 along with this plus 2. Now I will multiply again. That will equals to 2k square plus 2 to the 4k plus 2, right, divided by k plus 1 and k plus 2. Now I will rub from above side so that I will tell you how to find. I will explain how to find the value. So this is the next step. What should be done in the next step? Next step, you have to take 2 common. When you take 2 common, that will equals to k square plus 2k plus 1 whole square upon k plus 1 and k plus 2. Okay, after that when you take 2 common, this term is becoming, that is k square plus 1 square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, that is equals to k plus 1 whole square divided by k plus 1 and k plus 2. I will eliminate this k plus 1 with 1 power and we have 2k plus 1 upon k plus 2. Yes, we get the result which we have done in our ref work. The result is true for, we can write it as the result is true for n equals to, we have the result is true for, this implies the result is true for, result is true for n equals to k plus 1. This implies the result by mathematical induction, we can write it as by mathematical induction, the result is true for, result is true for all n. So this is the way to solve the questions. Okay, repeat these questions and do the practice of these type of questions, more these type of questions. Thank you.